Hey my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I am going to be creating a Galaxy inspired set. Now Galaxy designs are one of my absolute favourites because there are so many ways you can do them and so many colour variations. But if you would like to see how I created this set, then please keep watching. So surprise, surprise, it is Miss Lottie that is getting this design today. I wanted a nice long stiletto set because there's so much going on with this design. I just wanted something longer so I could include more. So I have applied the gem stiletto tips and left them the length and shape they already are, and now I am going in with Gem's crystal clear acrylic to do my thin base. Now I always do this. You don't necessarily need to on a practice hand, I've said before, but I like to keep the same routine so it is ingrained in my mind all the time. If I was working on myself or anybody else's natural nails, I would be doing cuticle and nail prep before applying the tips, then dehydrator, primer, and then I would go in with the clear base. But as this is Lottie, it's tips and clear base. Now, let's get into the fun stuff and the design. I'm using the Gems acrylic system and I have got Eve to start us off. Eve is the most beautiful black. It is so pigmented. A little goes a very, very, very long way. So teeny tiny bead, neaten it up around the cuticle, and then I'm just painting it down the nail. Keeping it nice and thin, remember, because I am going to be adding loads to all of these nails. Galaxy nails, it's all about layers. So each layer needs to be really thin so that at the end of the set we haven't got a really bulky nail. So just going in, making sure I've got black right from cuticle to tip. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit patchy because, let's be honest, that is going to add to the overall design. But this is me. And we all know how pedantic I am about perfection. So I did go in and make sure I didn't have any patchy bits. But honestly, there is so much going on top of these nails, a little bit of patchiness was never going to show at the end. So I'm doing the same on the pinky, so just little beads and painting it down right to the end of the nail. You will be amazed how far the teeny tiniest of beads will go. And then I want to let this acrylic set and dry before I go on to the next stage on these fingers. I'm also using Diane in this set, which is what I've got on my nails in this design, and Gail, and I am going to be doing some marbles using these three colours on the middle and the ring finger. Now, you know me, I'm not a massive fan of doing marbles until now, because I have found that I love doing them with gems. I don't know why, I don't know what's changed, but I'm really enjoying doing some gems marbles. But the other thing with this Galaxy marbly design is because I was going to be adding glitter and flakes and stars and you name it on top, it didn't matter if the marble wasn't perfect. But then the whole idea of marble is it's not supposed to be perfect, so go. So I'm just going in with a mix of these beads. So see, I've gone with Eve, then Gail, then with Diane or Diana, I can never remember, and then I'm just taking the tip of my brush and gently swirling it through the colours so that I get that nice streaky marble effect. I don't want to overmix them. This is one of the designs where, you know, little is enough. You don't want to create a splodgy mess. I just want nice defined sort of swoops of different colour, if that makes sense. I'm going to do the same on the ring finger. Now obviously you can't do this on a client, but that nail on the pinky finger was getting in my way, so I just pulled it out. Sometimes working on these practice hands, it is much easier just to take a nail out. but please do not try that on a real person. It will be messy, you will probably get sued. So here we go, just carrying on with my marble. Whoop, it's slooping down the nail, but there we go, as you can see, just dragging it through and making it work. Not overdoing it, it doesn't matter really, it all adds to the effect. Now, I am going in with the teeny tiniest amount of Angel White, keeping it very wet, moving away as much of it as I can, and then using a wet brush, I'm sort of smoking it out. And it gives it that look, it's clouds, but also of like a load of stars. So many stars, you've got sort of that swoosh in the sky, do you know what I mean? No, maybe not. I knew what I meant. So here you can see, very, very wet, taking as much of the product away and blending it out. You could get a similar sort of effect with marble inks, but because I was working with acrylic, I wanted to use the white acrylic. And it's just leaving that little bit, it's that extra depth, extra dimension. That's what we want for a galaxy design. Now it's time for glitter. I have got the chunky glitter mix in Twilight and the Nail Team Galactic stars, all from the Nail Team. And now I'm just going to add little bits following that marble line of these glitters. So just a little bit of that Twilight glitter. I don't want loads, I don't want to cover up what I've done, I just want to add that next layer of dimension. So teeny tiny beads, and I'm just moving it around so that I've not got loads, but I've got sort of a smattering of glitter. I want it to look like a starry sky and a galaxy in the end. So a little works really well in this design. And then I tipped some of the stars out because I found it easier to apply them not from the pot. And then wash of clear acrylic, and then I'm just picking up a few stars and just adding them in. I want some grouped together, I want them spread apart. Think of a galaxy, think of a night sky. There is no right or wrong way to do this. So just adding a few of those beautiful stars in. Again, I'm following that marble line. And then I'm going to do the same on the middle finger. And I love the colours in these stars. There's sort of some goldy orange and red. You've got turquoisey greens and purples. I used all the colours, but you could pick out the ones you prefer. Now in this pot, I have mixed together a little amount of each of the Perfect Nails Magic Flakes. There's 4 colours. I mixed a little bit of each, and now I'm just going to go in and add just a touch of this around the stars as my next layer. Again, I don't need loads, I'm just adding my next dimension to this design. So teeny tiny bead, wet acrylic into those flakes. A little goes a really long way, and for goodness sake don't sneeze, because they really will go everywhere. Lid goes back on as soon as I'm finished. And then those 2 nails are done, apart from capping. Now moving on to the 2 eve nails that I've already done, I am going to use the Gems Transfer Foil Gel, and I'm just, as you can see, applying a bit of splodge down the middle of the nail. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just applying it, and then I'm going to cure it for 60 seconds in my LED lamp. And now I have got beautiful galaxy foil. I've got the same sort of colours with the purple and the blue, and I'm just going to add that, or press that into that tacky foil gel. You can go back and add a little bit more if there is any stickiness where the foil hasn't transferred. And now I've got, it's almost like a geode in the middle of a geode. That's the start of my galaxy nails on these 2 nails. I'm going in with all the same products now, so some of that chunky Twilight glitter just around the foil. I don't want to cover it up, I don't want to cover it up too much. That's sort of the base of my design here. So just around, overlapping it slightly. Just a little bit of glitter. This design doesn't need a lot of glitter. And now I'm doing exactly the same. I'm going in with some of those Flakes, so I'm holding my breath, I'm not talking, I'm making sure I don't sneeze, anything like that. And I'm just on top of that glitter, overlapping that foil, adding my next layer of dimension. This is sort of my catchphrase for today's video. We've got dimension and layers. So keep going in with a little bit more of those flakes, and then I'm pretty sure I went in with some stars as well. Yeah, so a bit of a wash of the clear acrylic, and then I'm just going to stick those stars in. Now these stars are slightly 3D, but they're quite a flat 3D, if that makes any sense at all. So they do encapsulate really nicely. So you see I've just done a little cluster at the top, and then just a few coming down the nail, and then going to do the same on the pinky. So just a few of these really pretty galactic stars. I absolutely love them. The colours in them are beautiful. And as I said, I used all the colours, but you could just pick out the colours that fit. Now the final touch for this design, I have got some star charms. You can get these from anywhere, Amazon, eBay, any nail art retailer really. They normally come in the packs of lots of charms. I have gone in with a wash of clear acrylic, and then using my wax pickup tool, I've picked up the star I want to use and just placed it anywhere on the nail. Doesn't matter, I just placed it where I wanted it. Exactly the same on the pinky. That is going to stick in to that clear acrylic, and then that is the whole acrylic design finished. There is so much dimension, so much depth in this design. I'm already loving it, but we need to finish it off, and that means encapsulating it all in our crystal clear acrylic and then filing to shape. But you know me, I do all of that off camera. So that's what I'm going to do, and then we are going to come back and we are going to see these finished nails and add that final touch, which is Tina Top. Okay, here they are all filed, and they are really starting to come together. Now I'm going to give them a really good dust off, make sure there is no dust left on the nail or even on the finger, because we don't want that in the final top coated nail. And now I'm giving them a wipe over, and I hope you can already see the depth and the dimension, it's the word of the day, in these nails. There is so much going on that I chose not to add any crystals, but you could. Or even if this design is too much for you, you could do a couple of accent nails with the Galaxy design, and then you could just do the other nails like the plain black, and then maybe add a couple of crystals. So you could take elements of this design and sort of take it down a level if it's a bit too much. Anyway, we need to top coat these nails, so it's old Tina. Good old Tina is on the action now, and I have kept this at real-time speed because it is just lush. Oh, you've got the glitter, you've got the different colours of acrylic, you've got the flakes, you've got the stars, you've got so much coming to life in these nails right now that it is just perfection, in my opinion. Anyway, you might not like it, but I certainly do, and I love top coating. There is nothing better than top coating a design for two reasons. Reason number one is that it comes back to life. You see the full effect of all the colours and the glitters and everything. Number two, it means you finish the design. So yeah, good old Tina. We are going to finish off these nails, and then I'm going to pop in the lamp for a 60-second cure, and they are done. Obviously, if you were working on yourself or a client, you need to go in with your cuticle oil before they are done. And the nail team has brand new cuticle oils out now. Go check them out, they're gorge. So, lots is going in the lamp now, and here they are finished. And I absolutely love this design, I really do. I was so proud of how these turned out. and I really hope you like them too. Now obviously, as I said, if they are a bit too much for you or for your clients, you could take elements of it. You could shorten the nails, you could just do 1 or 2 accent nails and then solid colour on the others. You could also do them in pastels. You could mix up the colours, add a bit of green, a bit of pink. The possibilities are endless, and I think I might do a pastel design very soon. But I loved how it turned out, and I really hope you do too. Now I will put all the product details in the description box, but obviously they are all from the nail team, and Gem's Nail Systems, also from the nail team. But that is it for this design. So I really do hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please click subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back very soon. Bye! Mwah!